Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to another live stream. Welcome back to another preview. And for the first time in a week, things actually feel semi-normal after everything that we've gone through the European Super League. Clubs coming in, clubs coming straight back out, and the dreadful performance against Norwich that definitely no one is going to remember as well. But we can go back to normal now. It's West Ham versus Chelsea. It is a big...
Norwich?
Bro,
Norwich.
you see how many fucking times I get this name wrong? That's how irrelevant the game is. Norwich, Watford, Bournemouth. Fucking... I was wondering why Oscar was giving me those eyes. I was thinking, did I say something wrong? What the fuck? But yeah, Chelsea versus Brighton. If you guys want any more proof about how fucking irrelevant that match was, there you go. But it's a big top four battle this weekend. West Ham versus Chelsea. We're level on the table, only goal difference separating the two sides. So it is a massive game for us. We're going to be previewing all things West Ham and the Chelsea lineup as well. I do want to say big up the panel as well. All their Twitter links are down in the description below, so check it out and give them all follows if you guys haven't done so already. Batter, I forgot to add you as well. But big up everyone who's locked in. First off, Scott, what's the last few days been, bro?
A bit of a madness, to be honest, with everything that's gone on. It's nice to get back to some sort of normality. And even with the game the other day, with how bad it was nice to just be able to focus on the stuff on the pitch, you know, and stuff to do with the team in a footballing sense, like, and not worry about what's going on politically speaking with our sport. But yeah, it's last few days have been good. The game the other day probably could have been better and probably would have made this game less key and less stressful than it probably is. But yeah, I'm feeling good.
Yeah, Oscar as well. Chat to me. How's the last few days been for you, man?
Yeah, pretty much the same, man. Obviously, the whole Super League thing took over everyone's talking points for the past couple of weeks, but then it had a huge impact on that Brighton game, and it really, really annoyed me because Brighton at home is just 3 points guaranteed. We should be winning that game when we're chasing top four. So yeah, quite nervous. Looking forward to the weekend. That West Ham game, I really don't know what to expect. It's not going to be easy, but up the Chelsea anyway. I hope we can do something.
Yeah, I'm just reading this now as well. Season ticket prices have apparently been frozen, and I think there's going to be rail seating at the Bridge next season. What? Rail seating at the Bridge? I'm going to need to look into that a bit more deep. Wait, say that. Wait, have you had a look at it? What's it saying?
What does that mean?
I haven't had a look at it, but I know what it means. It basically means you're standing up.
Yeah, safe standing, they're saying.
It's safe standing. You'll be standing up the right amount from each other instead of being near each other. So it prevents any issues with the spreaded word. And then obviously they'll be getting plastic cups and whatever. And they're doing that in this I think they're thinking about doing your own drinks. You have to put in a machine, put the money in, and then pour your own stuff so you don't interact with anyone either and stuff like that. That's what I've heard. Not saying it's definitely sure, but
I'm just reading it now. Yeah. Following consultation last week with supporters, Chelsea can now confirm season ticket and matchday pricing for next season. General admission season ticket prices will be frozen for the same as the 2011-12 season. What else is there? Newly renovated West Stand upper at Stamford Bridge, which will be significantly upset. Rail seating, this is it. A further upgrade to Stamford Bridge that we are pleased to announce is the installation of rail seating in the Matthew Harding lower and SZN upper and lower tiers. Fucking hell. Change will result in just a loss of over 500 seats in the areas concerned. Decides to act now in order to be ready and prepared for any future government decision to introduce safe standing in Premier League stadia. That's mad. So we might actually have
in
safe
English
standing.
terms, meaning like what? Meaning
what?
It means like what? Meaning
they're installing rail seating in both the Shed upper and lower, and in Matthew Harding lower. So which means we're going to see safe standing in both of those areas. I mean, it's a standing section anyway. At least Matthew Harding lower is, so it won't make too much of a difference. It's just good
going
to finally
back to when we used to have it in West Stand anyway. The West Stand used to be a standing stand.
West Stand, really?
Yeah, before it was like it is now. It's only standing only.
I always thought it would be the Matthew Harding or the Shed, because I always thought it'd be like the sides facing the goal that would always have the standing stands.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It was the West Stand. I remember sitting next to it when I was a kid, when I was 4.
And like
standing
they were standing like the full 90 minutes there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Like I really wouldn't expect that from either of the fast stands, but fuck, if we're getting safe standing, that's a great positive. Johnny, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah, good man. Good. Big up everyone. Like and subscribe and all that jazz for Lewis. Support the channel. Yeah, all good, mate. All good. Looking forward to a proper game tomorrow. And let's do the business. I got a feeling Gilmour might get a look in tomorrow.
Oh, no. We're not having this news.
Right,
I'm
no,
seeing
go
what
on,
you
Johnny.
put
How
on
is
there.
Gilmour getting game time in this one? A big top 4 battle, and you're throwing Billy Gilmour into this.
Yeah,
Come on.
I feel like Sir Alex Ferguson has just come out, bro. He's come out and basically said in a nutshell, Gilmour's got minerals, mate. So let's see what happens.
You know, he
I
also
think-
said the same thing about Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay is shit, so I wouldn't exactly take
I
much
wouldn't
into what
say
Alex
Scott
Ferguson said.
McTominay's shit. I don't think he's
But
shit.
go
That's a bit
and watch
harsh.
what Rant, Aaron, and Flawless were talking about him yesterday, bro. They don't rate him in the slightest.
Well, I've got 2 of my mates, season ticket holders at United, and they absolutely rate him highly, very highly. So
Johnny,
I'm
what I
gonna
was-
listen to people that watch him, like properly watch him. Go on.
Johnny, what I will say about Billy Gilmour is I rate
Yeah.
him highly, just like you rate him highly, but I wouldn't wait around because honestly, if he didn't get a start against Brighton when we played Mason Mount in that position, I don't think he's playing for the rest of the season. I think all of our games are way too important and Tuchel
play
just
against Fulham.
to trust him.
Might play against Fulham.
We'll see what happens. But I mean, look, I think when Mason Mount played in pivot, I think you need someone who can play in that position, who knows that position. And if you can't play Kante or Kovacic, you've got to play someone who's natural in that position, regardless, because it imbalances the team. So that's my only. If Kante's not fit enough or he doesn't want to risk him, and we know Kovacic isn't playing, Gilmour's your only option in that position. So let's see what he does. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like we're only going to see that once we get forced into that decision again. Like this time it happened against Brighton. Yes, I got the fucking name right this time, thank God. Yeah, it happened against Brighton and we didn't. We went for Mason Mount and Jorginho pivot and it didn't work. So if we're in the same situation again, I probably expect to see Billy Gilmour to start. But that's the only time I expect to see him starting. We said we have an easy run of games up until the final few games of the season, but that was a few weeks ago. We're now into the tough run of games. We've got West Ham, then we've got Fulham in between the Real Madrid ties, then we've got Manchester City, Arsenal, Aston Villa, and Leicester City in our final 4 games. So it's not getting easy for us. I really see him getting barely any game time, if any, unless we see N'Golo Kante getting injured.
I can see it happening. Like I don't know, but you guys obviously can't. But I'm just saying, if for those reasons alone, what I've laid out, if he doesn't play, then I just don't see the point in him being even on the bench. Then, if that's the case, like he was against Brighton, why have him on the bench? There's no point. If you've got no intention to play him, he's knocking on the door. Clearly,
it's because we've got limited options, though. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. But he chose to play Mount there, and you know it didn't really work. Let's be honest. It didn't work. I think if you put Billy Gilmour in there, we would have been fine. We would have been fine in the middle.
So who would you not play then, Johnny? Who would you be the 2 midfielders?
I wouldn't have played Ziyech.
Oh.
So I would have played Mount more up top, then had Gilmour, so Mount could support like he normally does, and then have Gilmour and Jorginho. That's what I would have done against Brighton.
So no one but tomorrow.
Oh, for tomorrow, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. Well, I just wouldn't put Mount in the pivot if Kante's not going to play. I would play Gilmour with Jorginho. I'd have to. I'm not saying Mount didn't play well. He did all right. I mean, the whole team was poor with all the distractions going on. It's understandable, but I think I just think you need a player in the middle that plays that role. Mount hasn't played that role enough. Gilmour, that is what his role is with Jorginho. It would work. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a natural position for him.
I get what you're saying, but how I see it is because of the importance of the game, because we need to win. We can't get a draw. We can't lose. We need to win against West Ham. So
Yeah.
you would probably put your most experienced two midfielders who are available, and that is probably Jorginho and Kante.
If
So-
Kante is fit, then yeah, you've got to play Kante, I'm saying, for sure. But if Tuchel is scared of him, getting injury, not even being able to play on Tuesday's game against Real Madrid, because you need Kante in that side on Tuesday, 100%. And you haven't got Kovacic, so you're going to play Kante and Jorginho. He's basically either got to play Kante and Jorginho tomorrow and Tuesday and hope that they're both okay for Tuesday, or he's got to take the risk, and play Billy Gilmour in the middle against West Ham, who we should be able to beat. We should be beating West Ham. My only worry
a good
is
point. I can't
Really?
even lie to you. He's making a very good point. We can't play Jorginho and Kante 3 games in a row in the space of a week because we've got a tough run of games coming up.
Well, it's not 3 games; it's 2 games.
No, I mean like the West Ham game, then we got the Real Madrid game, and then we got the Fulham game coming up after that.
Well, the Fulham game is where if we have to play Gilmour, is where I play Gilmour, and also apparently Kovacic is back for the Fulham game.
Yeah, Tuchel said.
So,
I thought it was going to be the second leg.
No, he said the Fulham game, but then I was saying for the second leg. When we were talking about it, I was just talking about the second leg because it's after Fulham. I was kind of overlooking Fulham, I'll be honest. But no, I don't play Gilmour in this game. The last time we saw him was against Sheffield United in the Cup, and it wasn't exactly a stellar performance.
Very fair
and
point.
This is a much more physical team, as has been said. Souček and Rice, that's a physical battle, and I don't see Gilmour playing.
No, I don't think he's back.
I don't know. Even so,
Noble.
if it's Noble's one of those irritating players to play against because he's always at your heels. He's one of those like keep digging at your heels, and it's not a nice
turn up
player
for this
to play
one.
against.
It's one of the biggest games in West Ham's history.
And you can't play like Jorginho and Gilmour together. They're the same. They offer the same role in the team. They're both sitters. They're both like to dictate play. You can't have 2 players in the team to do that.
Well, no, Gilmour can
I can see Gilmour push a bit forward.
Yeah, Gilmour will push forward.
He could,
Definitely.
but again, if we're talking about Mason Mount wasn't in a role that he was comfortable with against Brighton, that's not a role. That's not how.
He is.
That is Gilmour's role.
He played development squad. He was a forward player, number 8, and George McEachran was a sitter 6.
Yeah, correct.
So he does play it.
Yeah.
Youth football's a lot different.
And I would say,
a lot different to men's football.
I would say,
I know, but he has done it
against Sheffield United. They're a way more physical side than West Ham are.
Not way more.
Physical.
Not
they
way
are.
more.
They're more physical for me.
I mean, you're going up against Souček and Noble. Like
they're really not. I was going to say you're against
Flecken.
It was Fleck and who is it? Fleck and Lundstrom versus Souček and Noble. If Noble's, someone said he might be out, but if Noble's in, Noble and Souček, or Fleck and Lundstrom, sorry, McEachran.
Sheffield United's a physical game, but West Ham is also very physical, and
West Ham's
they're a good side. They're a good side.
All right, but listen to me, yeah. Listen, hear me out. Sheffield United are a physical side. They are, for me, they're a more physical side, especially the way they play compared to West Ham. West Ham a bit more expansive than Sheffield United. All right. So Billy Gilmour will have more room to play. And also against Sheffield United when he played, that was his first game since last season, since his first bad injury, yeah? So he's come back from injury and he bossed that game for the first half for sure. Second half, he filtered out and he got subbed off because he was getting tired. But he bossed it. He was well in his element. He didn't have a problem. So for me, I'm thinking ahead. If you get a bad result tomorrow and you've played Kante and Jorginho, all right, then that Fulham game you don't play a Gilmour because you got even more pressure to get 3 points against Fulham, and you have to play them again. So that would mean they'd play 3 games in a row, all of high intensity, and I don't see. I think if Tuchel's gonna have the big bollocks, play Gilmour in his position if you're not going to play Kante. And if you're going to play Kante, but not for the whole game. You've got to sub one of them off.
I'll
I'm
be real.
fine
I'm
with
that.
spot on this one. I see it be Jorginho and Kante for the next 2 games. We play Billy Gilmour against Fulham.
Take Kante off against West Ham, but when we're ahead, when we're ahead in the game,
Exactly.
like he did against Palace.
Depending on the game.
Like with
depending
Palace,
on the game.
when he took Kovacic off, put Ziyech on, you put Mount back in the midfield. Like it worked in that game because we were ahead and we were comfortable. That you do the same thing. You take Kante off when we're ahead, if we're ahead, and then you go from there. Because you can't chuck Gilmour in this game. You just can't.
You can't.
You ease him in first with games like Fulham, with Brighton, with games like that. You can't just chuck someone in. You cannot just chuck someone in a game like this.
If we're up ahead and he wants to drop Mount, but I've got worries about Mount as well. I want Mount to be well on it for the Real Madrid game. I don't want him to be exhausted from this game and the last game. The game before he's playing every game.
The key thing.
Wait. So, are you saying you don't want Mason Mount to start?
No, I want him to start. No, I want him to start. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to put him into that pivot role, it's a very demanding.
Someone clip this immediately.
It's a very.
I thought we were going to do a Johnny bomb.
No, it's a demanding role. It's more. He's really. It's just a very physical in the middle of the park. I want him to be fresh for Real Madrid because we need his energy against Real Madrid, who are going to be not as pacey as a West Ham, let's say. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking ahead. I'm not just thinking about this game. I know the importance of this game, and what also worries me about this game is we have got an awful record away against West Ham. Bad.
We haven't won since 4 years ago.
Yeah. So
we've got like 2 wins at the London Stadium. No, I think we've only got 1.
It's almost like whoever you play, expect a dodgy result. I mean, I'd probably look at a draw for this game just because of our record.
We have to win this game.
No, we have to, but
we have to win this game. But West Ham,
it's a must, Johnny. It's a must.
I know, Dave.
Look at what happened last night. Look at what happened last night. Leicester. What did Leicester do? Kill the game early. Bang. Spanking goals all over the place.
I mean,
3-0 first
they played West Brom. They played West Brom at home. I don't think Johnny's saying he wants us to go in and get a draw. I think he's saying this is a really, really tough game, and we can't guarantee a victory. I agree with Johnny.
I agree with that.
I think West Ham are in strong form, man. They're not a bad team right now.
I'd say we've probably got the hardest time of teams trying to get top 4.
Antonio's out. Antonio's out. Lindegaard is out.
Wait,
no,
what?
Lindegaard's confirmed fit.
But I've been told they're both out.
Pull my hopes up, man.
Wait, Antonio's out?
Yeah.
And
that's very good.
That's what I've been told.
No, Lindegaard confirmed fit.
That's what everyone told me. If it's true, then that sets us up. Because they're not going to score any goals against us without them 2 in the squad.
I think, I don't know.
Who are they going to put up front?
False 9.
They have been putting Lindegaard up there. They might, if he's fit, Yarmolenko, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
here's another one I don't want to see back. Where's
Bowen?
this?
Someone's got the right answer. It's going to be Bowen, isn't it? Fuck.
Yeah, not Bowen.
There's the answer.
That's the thing. They're a good side. They're a good side, man. They got a lot of players that can hurt us.
You forget how many decent players they have. Shit.
Like Tuchel said, every game is a cup final. Literally every game. So I don't look at just tomorrow. I see every game being a must-win game, minus the cup. You know, the cups you want to win. Anything happen, but Premier League wise, every game we have to win every game.
Well, I was going to say,
there's no mucking around.
If you look at Liverpool's records like fixtures between now and the end of the season in the league, they theoretically should win every single one. So we have to match that. Realistically speaking, the Fulham game is the only easy game we have, so to speak. No other. We've got Leicester, United, Arsenal, Villa away last day of the season. Like, I'd say our record is the hardest between now and the end of the season, especially if you had the Real Madrid games and a possible final in there, or 2 finals, I should say, as well. Forgot to play Leicester twice. But yeah, so if it's a cup final, we have to play our best team. We have to play our best team that's fully fit. well, not fully fit, but like fit enough to play. We have to play our best team.
Before I forget,
Fulham's the game where you rotate and you rest players and you like switch up a little bit. So you throw a Gilmour in, you maybe go Hudson-Odoi in that game, like for a full 90 or for a prolonged period of time. You throw a Ziyech in, but this game and most other games, you play your best 11 where you can.
Yeah. Before I forget, before we carry on with the conversation, because also we're going to get deep into it, and I will normally forget. It's Happy St. George's Day to everyone around the world. Obviously, the panel and everyone's watching us. Happy St. George's Day, and I hope you have a great day today. I've had a good day walking in the lovely weather, a nice stroll. So hopefully everyone's having a good day in this beautiful weather.
Speaking about good weather, I think Samuel asking a question, Lewis.
Wait, what?
Samuel.
I'll check my DMs in a sec. What's everyone's thoughts on West Ham's season, though, in general? Because the one thing I do want to talk about, and one thing I've noticed as well, is their defensive record the last few games. They've conceded 2 goals in their last 4 games back-to-back. Half of those games, they conceded 3 goals as well. So I do expect it to be a high-scoring game, even though I expect West Ham to play a bit defensive in this match. I expect it to be hard to break down, but I expect us to find ways through as well. We just have to be the same Chelsea we saw against Crystal Palace and actually be clinical.
What are we trying to do tomorrow? Are we going to try to stretch the defense out like we did against City?
I think we have to. If you look at, I think Lewis mentioned, if you look at their defense, it's the weakest part of their team. Like you've got, like I kind of rate him a little bit, but he's not brilliant. Like Diop, you've got Bonner, who's just not very quick, decent in the air. You've got Dawson, who's okay, but I don't think is anywhere near good enough at the top level.
No,
so you've got
suspended.
Dawson's. Oh, he got a red card, didn't he? I forgot.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. So yeah, they'll probably go Bonner and Diop at the back. That's like this is the game where you don't try and whip balls in and you don't try and play Zuma and play Giroud and that. You play it on the floor because they're not good on the floor. Yeah. They're not good when players take them on because they haven't got the agility to like deal with those players.
And I think
in terms of their season, they've been just a final point. Their season's been brilliant, and I think Moyes is genuinely up there for manager of the season for what he's done with his team. He's got his team firing.
If they get top 4, he will do. I don't really see anyone else.
But yeah, even if they don't, I agree with Scott.
Even if they conversation.
Like them getting into Europe is huge for them. If they finish 5th, that's a great season. But I just think like continuing on with their defense, like they don't have Cresswell in, so they've got I guess they're probably going to play Masuaku. So that's an area for us to exploit as well. So yeah, we've just got to be, like Scott was saying, we've just got to be clinical and on our game because we're going to get chances. I've been very critical of Chelsea's ability to create chances lately, but I think against West Ham there will be gaps opening up because you know they want to win this game too, so they are going to try and come out at us. So there will be gaps. We just need to make sure that whoever we play in that forward line, I'm interested to see who you guys would like to play because that forward line needs to be on point and convert the chances that we get. Because if we score a lot, I don't see us conceding a lot.
I'll play Pulisic, Havertz, Mount. That's what I'd play.
You play Havertz in this game?
Yeah.
Wait, so you'd rather have Pulisic in this match than the Real Madrid game?
Oh, I don't see why I can't play both, but I think you want Pulisic's trickery.
Saturday to Tuesday, though, I don't really see it too much. I can't lie.
How long did he play?
Maybe it's just me being too overprotective of Pulisic because I just wouldn't play him.
I think he's on a roll, Lewis. He's looking good, man. He's looking good.
He played the full 90, didn't he? Or did he? How long did he play against Brighton?
I don't
he got subbed off. He definitely got subbed off.
Yeah, he got subbed. Yeah.
Was he who got subbed off as Giroud?
Let me check. I'm gonna check now.
He definitely didn't play the whole game though.
He played about 75 minutes though, I think.
Maybe don't play Pulisic then. Leave him fully fit for Real Madrid because that's the game where you need Pulisic with the defense they've got at the minute.
Yeah, for sure.
Pulisic played the full 90. He was the only front 3 player that didn't get subbed off.
No, then Hudson-Odoi has to come in.
Hudson-Odoi didn't. He came off the bench, so I'd play Hudson-Odoi in the match.
You can't have Pulisic playing basically 90 minutes or upwards of 75 plus minutes in 3 games in a row with how key they are.
I would play Cho on the left, and then you can.
I agree. I've kind of come to the conclusion that I don't think Tuchel trusts Hudson-Odoi. for some reason or other. Like he doesn't seem to play him often. Like I thought he definitely should have started against Brighton. It didn't seem to happen. So I can see either Pulisic or Werner starting on that left, Havertz, and then Mount on as the other like number 10.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be opposed if Werner started. Shit.
Neither would I, to be fair. Like with Werner, I've said so many times, it's just the finishing. Even though we've seen a few weeks ago as well in the Sevilla match, that literally everything was declining at that point. But the Manchester City game could be good for his confidence too. If you just play him a bit more sparingly, and when he plays, he actually has a bit more of an impact. It might give him more of a confidence to play him more regularly. That's my mindset.
Here's what I think about Werner. Like, I think when we play with Timo Werner, our system has to be get the best out of Werner. Like if you notice, when we played against Liverpool, that was pretty much what we tried to do, and we won the game that way. Similar against City, I felt like that Tuchel's aim was like ping balls over the top to Werner, through balls consistently. I feel like when he's in the team and he's making those runs, because he always does make those runs, sometimes the team's not bothered to try and look for him. And I think it makes him useless. Like that game against Porto, he was useless in the first half, and even the second half, really, because he makes runs in behind. No one plays the ball to him. So it's like, why are you even there? Because you're not going to hold up the ball like Giroud would. You're not going to link play like Havertz would. He doesn't have the technical ability to do the things that our other wingers can do. So he has to be there to stretch the play. And West Ham have that big pitch. So there is going to be space for him to run into. I don't think playing Werner is the worst option this weekend.
Also, slight bit of news. Masuaku's a doubt as well.
Right,
they're getting hit with
Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson. Oh, mate.
He's not very good, is he?
I won't laugh.
Okay.
West Ham brought some random goalkeeper out of nowhere against us last season. The fucker bagged the clean sheet.
Oh, yeah.
You think Bournemouth are filled with judge. West Ham United, man. Every fucking year, it's either one of those two clubs. We don't even have Bournemouth, and we beat West Ham in the last game, so it's overdue. Which is why I'm very shaky going into this game, because we cuss out West Ham all the time, and these fuckers come and get another W against us.
Yeah, look what happened last season. Jeez.
To be fair, Gideon's got it right in the comments. They'll probably play a back three.
Probably will. They switch between 5-4-1 and 4-2-3-1 anyway.
But yeah, they'll probably play like Diop, Ogbonna, and Balbuena, and then have Bowen as a wing back or something. I don't know. But yeah, Werner or Hudson-Odoi have to start Pulisic. Excuse me, Pulisic can't start. He has to be fully fit for that Madrid game.
Yeah, I would say Pulisic for that Madrid game.
I just put Pulisic in my fantasy team, so that shows you what I think. I think he's starting.
I don't know, but like, if he gets another injury, that's my concern, though.
If I'm going with my head thinks he will start, but my heart, I want him to not play a single minute of this game unless it's absolutely necessary, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes at the end, unless it's absolutely necessary. But don't you think that,
Scott, for what you were saying, I get what you mean in terms of his fitness. Obviously, we know Real Madrid's the most important game. But in terms of what you're saying about how the West Ham players ain't very good on the floor, that they don't want balls over the top. Like, we don't want to play balls over the top. We want to play the game on the ground. And his trickery and dribbling, I feel like he can bamboozle those defenders.
I agree. Like, if he's fully fit, like if this is a Pulisic we're talking, doesn't have the injury record, that doesn't have the consistent, like, coming into games, coming out of games, constantly needing to be rested, then yeah, I'm all for him playing. But we know what his injury record is like. We know what his fitness levels are like. And the fact, like, again, if I'm speaking with my heart, Hudson-Odoi has not the same ability, but a similar ability in terms of taking players on. We saw it against Ben White for the final few minutes against Brighton, where he can do that job. I don't think he's as good as Pulisic, but he's still good enough against this West Ham team, I think.
Do you remember Pulisic?
As we've spoken about, I don't think Tuchel trusts him, at least not fully.
So they've been looked at the back line. They'll probably play Bradley Johnson at right wing back or left wing back. If both Bisaka and that's not fit, it'll be left wing back. Right wing back, it will be Ryan Fredericks. Then it'll be a back three of the right back, Czech Republic, be right central defender. There'll be the Italian defender, I can't say his name, and Diop.
They'll probably They probably would have looked at the Brighton game and try and set up similar and try and stop us from playing.
Possibly.
Because they're not going to outplay us. Let's have it right. They're going to literally try and stop us playing and try and hit us. That's what they'll play.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Do you remember last season, guys? Though Pulisic was a menace when we went there. Like both of our goals came from Pulisic dribbling. I think he won a penalty, then he won a free kick, and we scored both.
Yeah, I'd play Pully.
Yeah,
I'd play Pully.
Risky.
I think he needs to
I'll
play.
tell you, like, some of us are really scared that he might get another injury. Though. That's why. Me and Scott.
I think more the midfield than the defense because I feel like we're just going to get bullied in the air. I know whatever midfield pivot we play, we're losing the aerial battle and we're losing the strength battle. So it depends on what we do on the ball. Defensively, Kurt Zuma has to start. Otherwise, we're just getting bullied on set pieces. We're getting bullied on set pieces if he don't start. That's the problem.
Right. If you think he's not, if he starts, if he's dropping, would it be Rudiger, would it be Silva, would it be Christensen, who'd be dropped?
No.
I'll start AC.
I get the need for
Probably
him being
Christensen starts and Silva plays the Champions League game.
Yeah, I'll give him that way.
But that's what I think.
Yeah, I
Because
prefer.
Silva won't start.
Because he said literally everyone fit, barring Kovacic. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if he starts tomorrow. And you can have like Rudiger on the left, then Aspie on the right. So
I'm still saying you can push Christensen onto the right and you can still get similar progress.
How about this then? It's out there, so bear with me. Obviously, Mendy will be the goalkeeper. He's confirmed that. Back three of Silva, Zuma, Rudiger. Right wing back, Aspilicueta. Central defence in midfield, Kante, Christensen. Left wing back, Chilwell. Then you got Ziyech, Pulisic, Havertz.
You're playing Christensen next to Jorginho, did you say?
No,
Or Kante. Next to Kante.
There's too many.
Oh my goodness!
I don't think
too
it's
many
a good
variables
time
in
to
that.
experiment. Put people in a different position. I don't think it's.
He's played Aspilicueta right wing back already. The only one he'd be testing is Christensen.
When did he play Aspie right wing back?
Again,
Played it. What game was it? Not long ago. It was a few, and he played. He took James off.
Might have been
Put
Porto.
on. I think it was Christensen or Zuma, and put Aspilicueta right wing back, and played him for the rest of the game right wing back, and he played well.
I think it was it Porto? It might have been Porto. I can't remember.
I think Aspie definitely plays. He comes back into the side.
Yeah, I understand what we're saying about Zuma, but I cannot get that Brighton error out of my head and other errors. And Brighton are a team that we've seen this season that their front line is dreadful. We're talking about a West Ham front line that, even though they don't have Antonio, still has Bowen, still has Lingard, still has Yarmolenko, who always frigging scores against us and scores bangers against us.
Not grass.
Yeah,
I look at it. I trust Tuchel. He knows. I think he already knows the team he wants to play against Real Madrid. Kind of.
I don't think
So,
when you play.
he'll look at this game.
I'm going to disagree on put Aspie as a right wing back because the pace that they got is humongous. So I don't mind if somehow choke.
Do you know what, actually?
They're gone.
I'd play Hudson-Odoi at right wing back.
That's why I'm going to set next year. I'll play John the right.
Because if they do play three at the back, their left wing back's not going to be a natural left wing back. It's either going to be someone like a Pablo Fornals, who's more of a midfielder, or a Bowen, who's more of a midfielder, or it's going to be someone who's naturally a left back and it hasn't got the ability in terms of going forward. I don't think so. I'd be up for playing Hudson-Odoi as right wing back for this game, and then having James fit for the Real Madrid game.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I think that's a good idea. That's not the worst.
You've got more attacking impetus. You've got more attacking impetus, especially down the side where they might have both their first choice left backs out, and it means that even if we do play someone like a Werner on the left, we've still got someone on the pitch who can take players on, and we've still got a bit more going forward.
Yeah,
I want a bit more.
you make a lot of sense.
With James, you don't have that trickery. We're going to have a lot of possession, and they're going to sit back. And with James, he's just going to keep passing back. Whereas with Doy, I think he will try to penetrate, or his movement will be better. Depending on obviously who's in the middle, and Aspie's going to play. So
yeah, I was going to
you need
say
some sort of protection behind the Doy. Do you know what I mean?
I was
Because
going to say
go ahead,
if you're using Odoi, I think we could exploit their defense, especially like Joe said in the comment, Dawson and possibly Cresswell out still, and we could if Joe starts, yeah.
Dawson's definitely out. Cresswell, Masuaku with doubts.
Yeah.
West
Ham missing like 5 players in total.
Guys, there's a couple of people in the comments saying that Tammy would be perfect for this game.
No, thank you. Danke.
Perfect for what?
What, this game?
No, as in like in what sense?
I don't know.
Making transfers to West Ham permanent.
Well, look. I don't think Tammy should start. But let me take on the case and just try and put forward an argument.
Wait, I want to hear this.
You're doing that defense lawyer thing, like where you have to defend, like
why not?
Terrible person in it.
You know, as Scott like made a brilliant point where he said, look, their centre backs are big and tall, right? So trying to beat them in the air is not necessarily the best thing to do. So that completely rules out Giroud, pretty much, right? Yeah. Havertz, I feel like he hasn't got the physical toughness to fend off the defenders around him, so he's going to struggle in this game. It's going to be really, really hard. Whereas Tammy Abraham, his movement in the box is something that could cause them a lot of problems because he's never static. He's always about. The problem is, sometimes you want him to go near post and he goes back post or whatever. So as long as he can figure that stuff out, maybe his movement around the box could bring other players into the game, like the wingers around him, maybe a Pulisic or whoever's playing on the right. I don't think he's the worst at like linking the play between other people. We've seen him get assists for you remember we played Burnley and he got that assist for Ziyech and stuff like that. That kind of movement around the box, I think could be useful considering we're going to have a lot of the tonight.
They need to play
tonight. Let me finish. Tonight we'll know what's going to be happening because we've got a big game in under 23s against Man United. And Gilmour or Tammy, if they're not in the squad tomorrow, we'll be playing because we need 3 points and we've only got 2 games left to be in the top 2 in that league.
No way, Tammy's
not playing under 23.
No, I've seen a lot of big players playing for under 23s for other teams. So it is very possible.
That would be he would be gone before the end of the season if that happened. I swear down.
That's what I'm trying to say. Because these guys keep going.
Also, Crofty's messaged and he said, look, he scored twice against West Ham last time we played him. I even forgot that.
Yeah, man. Play Tammy.
Bro, that game was so dead and it was such a giant false image in itself. I don't even look at that game as anything serious. We lost I think 2 out of our next 3 after that, and we lost 2 out of our last 3 before that. Like it was going to be shit regardless.
Yeah, but around those games, like when Tammy played, he scored. In fairness to him,
Tammy just looked better next to Timo Werner than Giroud did. That was it. I'll give him that. He had a better
Speaking of Tammy, Johnny, you're kryptonite in the comment section though. Kazi.
Oh no!
So big up, Lewis.
You make some good points about Tammy. To be fair, still wouldn't start.
Yeah, after everything I've said, I still wouldn't start him.
Still.
What?
Kazi. Go on.
Wait, what were you saying?
No, I think Oscar was about to make a point.
No, I finished. He was just saying that Kazi's in the comments.
Yeah, Kazi, I sent you the link now if you want it.
I was gonna say, Oscar, you know Tuchel doesn't rate Tammy, so
yeah, no, I was just playing devil's advocate. I know Tammy's not starting. He's probably not even going to be in the squad.
Listen, if Tuchel plays Tammy, I trust Tuchel for whatever reason he's playing Tammy. If he doesn't play him, we know why and we understand why he doesn't play him.
Yeah, he doesn't.
But you've got to respect that if Chelsea are going to sell him, they want to get as much money for him as possible, and if he's not playing at all, then it's not really going to work in their favour.
Good money for him, regardless. There's enough things in this league. There's
In
enough
your
teams in this league that need a striker, and he's English, so he fits that quota.
But
Like
have you heard the latest though?
what?
What's
So
the
in
latest?
your
We might have a
defense,
swap deal
you
with
want
Leicester. For
in your
Exactly.
defense,
international.
in your
Say,
defense,
say that
definitely
again, Wade.
That's
I didn't
silly.
hear.
Go on, Wade.
Might be having a swap deal with Leicester for international. I can't say his name.
What,
The
Iheanacho?
one who's
I don't
from
want
Man- yeah.
Oh,
I don't want
in the
Iheanacho.
Iheanacho.
That doesn't make any sense.
Iheanacho, go and
Come on,
speak to
talk
Leicester
about
fans.
form.
Iheanacho works best in a 2, and we don't play a 2.
Why would anyone want to swap Tammy for Iheanacho? Like,
No.
that doesn't make any sense. The form he's on is the
I know.
form that Tammy was on last season.
Yeah, Iheanacho's doing well. Don't get me wrong, but he works better in a 2, and Leicester fans will tell you that as well. And we don't play a 2, so like
I don't agree with
doesn't
it, but
work.
I'm just saying. I just saw rumours about it yesterday.
Manchester
So-
City have just completed the signing of Brazilian wonder kid.
KK or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Who?
Play
Some Brazilian one against
Piski or whatever. I don't
Fluminense.
know.
KK.
How
something
much?
like that.
How much?
I don't know.
10
It doesn't.
10 mil, I think.
It ain't one of
Whatever.
the. It's
oh,
got
yeah.
more.
10 million euros plus add-ons for me of 20% future sale, 5-year contract. Kaki. Kaki. Whatever his name is.
So, what would everyone's team be for tomorrow? Out of interest, like first 11. What would it? Not tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow.
I'll go Mendy, and then you can have Aspie, and then Christensen, and then Rudiger. Then I could have like Cho, Jorginho, Kante, then Chilwell. Up front, you can have Werner, Havertz, and Mount, I would say.
Man. What's good, man?
What's going on, them?
Come on.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing, man. I think Tammy's on Oscar's fantasy team, man. That's why he wants him
Nah.
to play.
I was just making the case for him, innit? I don't think he should start, but we got to back our
I
players,
would
innit?
say, in Oscar's defense, I just think the board are going to look for some fee in order we can sell Tammy. That's what Oscar recommended.
As I said, like you can genuinely easily get.
Point, then.
No, but even
That was
without him
still
playing,
Fulham game.
you can play him in the Fulham game. Even without him playing, I guarantee you can get at least 35 to 40 mil for him because he's English. Even though I've said my points against it, he was our top goal scorer last season in the league. And
I think his
could
price
see
goes up if he doesn't play.
it goes up if he doesn't.
Yeah, because if he starts playing for Chelsea, people are going to see and remember who Tammy Abraham is. I think his goal record speaks so well for him that it's just like, okay, this is a great striker who's English, who scored loads of goals for Chelsea last season and this season. If we don't play him again, we could get 40, 50 million for him. If we start playing him,
I think you can still easily get at least 40 million for him just because of outside factors. Like the English thing, massive. We've already seen the English tax is a massive thing because of the homegrown quota. So you can easily get 40 million for him easily.
Well,
and I think 40 million for Tammy is a good price. Bearing in mind we got Werner for 50, 55, whatever it was.
The two
40
teams is
Tammy's a
West
banging
Ham
price.
and Aston Villa and Leicester. Sorry, the three teams are very heavily linked with him at the moment. So,
Hey, do you
West
know
Ham's
what's nuts? Yeah, do you know what's nuts? Liverpool got a game in hand. I didn't even know that till today. Like that, I think that's so mad because
wait, what?
that Brighton game, we fucked up differently. We should have smacked Brighton. Because now tomorrow,
I can understand why it's fucked up. Because
bro, if we don't win tomorrow, we're not getting top 4. If we
They
don't win
don't-
tomorrow,
Liverpool don't have a game in hand over us.
Yeah,
They got a game in hand though. Liverpool got a game in hand. Check the table.
Yeah, but no, they don't. Like we've played 32, they've played
No, they
32. They have
Oh,
a game in hand over. They have a game in hand over Tottenham, who's above them.
Oh,
because
okay,
Tottenham have played
Yeah,
32.
yeah.
What I
But
will
us,
say though,
West Ham and Leicester play 32.
That's
what I
calm,
will
that's
say
calm.
though,
Yeah, that's
no,
correct.
never mind. Oh no, never mind.
But
I
hey, when
thought
Johnny was
Everton had a
talking
game in
about
hand as well,
Gilmour,
so-
yeah, I can't lie, Johnny. I'm on your side slightly because I hear what you're saying. Because Mount in the 6, it didn't work. There was too much spaces that he was missing. So if you're gonna play Mason Mount, you play him as an 8 or you play him further forward. You don't play him as a 6.
Yeah. Right
Because
now,
he has to learn the
needs
role.
more. Yeah, he needs to learn the role.
But having said that, you either play Kante. If Kante is not fit, then you play a Gilmour, innit?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I heard your point still.
If you don't want to risk Kante, if he's
You
not
gotta play Gilmour,
100%,
bro. Unless you
gotta
go
play
forward at the
Gilmour,
back. Unless you go forward at the back, play one sitting and then just go for it. 2 8s. I don't know, man. I don't know.
he won't do that. He won't.
Yeah, he won't do that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
At least we know Mendy's starting, in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I hear people want Kepa to start. No, I don't care. Kepa's not. He shouldn't play tomorrow, bro.
No, we need a physical
Tuchel
goalie,
said
man.
it today. Tuchel said it today in the press conference. Yeah, he did give him a game time during the Man City game, and then as a reward for the Brighton game, just to give a.
I'm happy with that. Do you know that? I'm very happy with that because that's going to only give him more confidence. And he's slowly. I like the way Tuchel's easing Kepa and he's slowly building him up. He's got a good defense in front of him. He will get better.
I think Kepa will play a FA Cup final, and that's it. I think the rest is all Mendy.
Yeah, he deserves
I
to
don't
play
even
the
know about
final.
that, man. I don't even know about
Deserves
that, man.
it.
I don't know, man. I think Mendy's playing that final, man. I think Mendy's playing that final. We have to win, man.
I can understand if
trophy,
Kepa does play the FA Cup final, but obviously for the Champions League, Mendy's got to play Champions League final. He's playing Champions League quarters and semis, so you've got to play Mendy for Champions League.
I would say if he does play that final, I wouldn't say that he's going to be the reason we lose. Like we saw against Brighton, where Kepa did as much as he could. Like as I've said in Lawrence's stream afterwards, me was our man of the match in that game. And
this is why I get onto James, bro. This is why I get onto him because he was so bad. Like he was so bad. And Zuma, why are you trying to dribble out from like the back? What was he thinking there, bro? Did he think it's Ronaldo? Like, bro, just pass it. Like, it pissed me off so much.
He's done it a couple times as well. He got away with it.
Bro, against Real Madrid, you're not getting away with it, bro. They will score. They will score. Like, do you know what I'm saying? They will score.
This is why, for me, I understand what he offers in the air, but the basics of football you don't know how to do, and you can't.
Zuma can't play in a back three. He's a back four. Everyone knows that. I don't know why Tuchel's still trying to.
I know, but I think if we don't play Kurt Zuma, we're getting dominated in set pieces the whole game.
But listen, if you're gonna play Zuma, we have to revert to a back four. I don't care. You can't play him in a back three. He's just not a ball player. He can't look. Look how many mistakes he makes.
I know. Trust me, it's a bit of both of them. You're going to have a disadvantage if you play with him, but I feel you're going to have an even bigger disadvantage if you don't play him in this game. So it's like,
who would you not play?
I think, you know what I think?
Play wing back because Reece James.
Chilwell and Joe.
I don't know. Reece James is pissing me off. I don't know why, man.
Passes back me off.
Yeah, Chile and Cho for me.
Yeah, you see the thing is, like I feel like the set piece thing.
Too negative.
I think I don't want to get onto your boy, Lewis, but I think if we play Thiago Silva, like if Thiago Silva's fit and he can play, and if he plays instead of Zuma with what's his name, with Rudiger and Aspi or I don't know Christensen, Rudiger, then I don't think it's going to be a problem because I think Thiago Silva's got a very good jump and he's got very good like leadership, but I think. I don't know, like if it's the same back three, Christensen, Rudiger, and Aspi. I don't know, but I think it'll have more benefits than bad, to be honest. That's the thing.
I'd rather have Thiago Silva play the Madrid game, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to play him.
Silva's a better match against Benzema. The thing is if it's easier said than done, but if we just limit the amount of set pieces they have, i.e. not give away fucking stupid free kicks when you don't need to give them away, then I think Zuma not being in there is fine. If we give loads of free kicks and corners and all that nonsense, then
Souček's probably the...
Every time we've played West Ham, Souček always stings us, man. Always.
Yeah, he's annoying.
Didn't he score when we played Sparta Prague under Sarri?
Yeah, he scored against us as well.
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah.
I remember that game. It was like 4-3. It was a good.
I was at that game.
We made it hard for us.
Conceding, I was shitting myself. Like
I wasn't even. It was just like we were just trying to make it hard for ourselves. I think we were trying to make it like a good game for the neutrals. Like,
do you know what I was going to say to you guys as well? Is we're talking about like set pieces. You got to remember, I personally think Christensen's been really good in the year, although defending wise, for us.
He played good in the last game, you know.
So I don't think he's going to be as big as miss with Zuma not being there, as we're saying. I think he'll be all right.
I'll play
Danish Maldini.
Rudiger and Aspi.
Say that again.
Christensen, Rudiger, and Aspi for a back three.
Rudiger, yeah, that's all right.
Yeah,
stick with Mendy and go, Sticking with Mendy and go.
Of course, Ryan. Of course.
No, just asking in it because I heard certain man like.
No, Mendy's already confirmed to start. Like that's what happened.
Yeah, Mendy's a guarantee.
Bro, Kepa's not playing, bro.
Nah,
I don't care.
Still sus.
He's still suspect. I don't care if he makes 10 clean sheets. Kepa should get rid of our club. We don't need him. Just sell him.
Any important news in Tuchel's press conference, guys? Like injury news.
Obviously,
Apart from the stupid question from the ESL thing, I think he said like everyone is fit.
I just want to know injury news, innit? Like,
Everyone-
journalists
only
will
one
probably ask
injury.
what favourite colour
Only
he is.
one
As well. Like, I
injury.
just want to hear the injury news.
And the
I think
team,
everyone's fit. Kovacic will be back at Fulham, I think, was the main bit of news.
Fulham. Is that after Real? I think.
That's
Yeah.
after Real.
So
yeah.
it's next weekend. Next weekend's game is Fulham.
Yeah.
Okay,
Other
that's what I'm
questions,
saying.
yeah.
If
They'll
we
probably
lose
ask
tomorrow,
him
How
that.
about
top four's
everyone's
done.
best,
Top four's done if we lose tomorrow because we can't keep relying on other teams to fuck up. Do you get it?
Top-
Look at Leicester.
top
They got
four's-
the job done yesterday. It's
Top
pissing
four's
me
done
off.
We
if we
need to
don't
win
win.
against these small teams.
No, we need to win tomorrow. If we don't win tomorrow, it's gone. We just need
Yeah,
to
but don't be
Yo.
so convinced. Don't be so certain. It's not a certainty that everyone else around
Well,
us is going to win all their games. It's just
but Johnny,
anything can happen.
Yeah, but that game's
Anything.
very big. West Ham.
Johnny, do you know what it is, yeah? When you're relying on another team to do a job, it's just mad to watch. I don't know
The
about
only,
you, lot, but
the only
it's
thing that I
mad.
will say is our run into the season is about as bad as Leicester City is. We're worried
Yeah,
about
but-
our last 4 games, Leicester's last 4 games. I'm not saying we
Yeah.
need to be reliant on that. I'm also saying like the season isn't over if we lose this game. It will be a big
Yeah,
bump
I
if
agree.
we lose.
I agree.
What's
You say that,
Leicester's
Lewis,
games
as I
then?
said about Liverpool. Liverpool's games are all they're against like the bottom teams. They got Fulham. Hang on, let me find Liverpool's
But
games.
you know,
I
it's
still
got-
think
it's got
I
the
still
same
think they got a
Liverpool.
banana skin in them. I still think there's a
It's got
draw
the
in
same
them. Do you know what I
Liverpool,
mean?
innit? 'Cause they got Man
Liverpool's
United, they got
last
to
6
play Man
games, they got
United.
one difficult game, and it's against United. They've got
United,
Newcastle
innit?
at
Yeah,
home.
Yeah,
They
that's a
got
big
Southampton
game.
at home.
That's a big
West
game,
Brom
man.
away, Burnley away, and Palace at home.
And you know the Man United Liverpool's pride in it. They're not. Man
Yeah,
United don't
no
wanna
one
lose
wants to.
against Liverpool, so-
United will hate
Yeah.
to lose against Liverpool.
Yeah, they don't want to lose.
They
innit?
don't
So they're
wanna
not
lose
He's
gonna-
against
gonna play. He's gonna play McFred and that. He's gonna start playing Pogba right wing, bro. He doesn't care.
Scott McMahon.
Only
Listen,
like, let me get my-
listen, at
let me
the end
get
of the
my trophy
day,
out.
like Champions League, we're going to get it next year anyway. You know how we're going to get it. So let's just,
Oof.
let's
Johnny, you're
not
that
be
confident.
worried, man.
I'm here
Johnny,
for
you're
it.
that confident.
I'm all here for it.
Of course.
I don't know, man. That Brighton game, yeah. I know with all the madness that happened that day, still, man. As professionals, as elite players, bro, do the job in it. Don't blaming on the fan protests and that. It just pissed me off yesterday, man.
Look,
I mean,
in
Brighton
all
game.
honesty,
Pissed
in
me
all
off.
honesty, I think the ESL stuff is a bit of an excuse. I could see a result like that coming just based on the way we've been playing before. Like, I don't think we're creative enough when it comes to breaking down those kind of teams.
Nah,
So-
you see the thing is, Oscar, yeah, I feel like it hit the attackers, yeah, like Havertz and maybe Ziyech and stuff. I don't think it hit the rest of the team because for me in that Brighton game, I wouldn't say we are great all round, but I think our main problem was, yeah, like when we got near the box, we just looked like we had no urgency to score. Like the best chance we had was the Havertz chance and the Giroud chance at the end. But for me, I feel like as much as we can blame Zuma, I feel like Zuma and Rudiger, yeah, they're actually breaking the lines actually quite decently towards the end. But I feel like whenever we got like in the final third,
He should have
we
played
never
Ryan,
looked
don't-
like-
Ryan,
doing that.
Don't you feel like the way we attacked against Brighton is similar to the way we attacked against Leeds, the way we attacked against Southampton when we scored only a penalty? Like, I feel like the signs of that result have been coming before this ESL thing was even spoken about. Like, we struggled.
I think it's
Alright,
similar
yeah.
to. I think
Yeah,
it's
but this
similar
is why
to
we're
Leeds. Southampton, we just couldn't break him down. Like that was just like 10 man behind the ball for most of
But
the
that's
game.
been the story of
We
our
couldn't do
season.
anything.
We don't capitalize. West Ham lost on Saturday. We should have gone on Monday and just done the job. Like, just get the job done. Like, you know what I'm saying? We spent 200 million and it's fuckeries, man. Pissed, man.
But we
It's just-
I
I think the
watched
play was
half
too
the
slow.
game
That's the thing.
and
Because if we don't get
just-
top 4 after spending that much money, like, I know with all the madness, it's been a shit season. I don't care, man.
We did
Really
better with
shit.
Mount,
Uh,
Willian, and Abraham up top than we did with Havertz, Werner, and Ziyech.
You say William?
Yeah.
Don't do William's a fraud, man.
Big fraud.
The
I was
Arsenal
gonna
fans
say,
hate him.
against Brighton, we
We
I
got
watched
Ryan.
the game at half time. I literally put the game off and went and helped my mum because I was so bored I couldn't watch anymore.
Hey, I should have joined you, man. I should
That's
have
how bad
joined
we
you.
played. I've
But
not
while
missed
the
a
Havertz
game.
chance,
No, let me finish. But I haven't missed a Chelsea game for 29 years. I've watched every game. That was the
Yes,
first time
Joe.
I've ever switched it off because I couldn't be bothered to watch it because we were playing that poor.
Bro, I don't
That
blame
says
you,
to
man.
me everything you need to know.
I don't blame you, to be honest.
I don't remember, and apart from Jorginho trying to slice a man down and Havertz's chance, I don't remember anything about that first half. I don't remember anything. That's how boring it was.
Yeah, I remember the one where Ziyech gave, I think, the ball
Yeah,
to
Ziyech
Reece
had a
James and he
little.
couldn't cross it.
Ziyech did something, but I forgot what he did.
I don't know. We just had the ball and I
Question.
don't know. We just looked like we were allergic to scoring or trying to
That Reece James, fam, he better pattern up against Madrid, innit? Because he's gonna
I
play
see a
right
little
now.
agenda going with Reece James, man. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Bro.
And the minute he stepped on the channel, man, like it's like
Bro.
Reece James this,
Yeah,
Reece
but
James
what is
that.
he doing?
Nah, I'm
What
not the
is
one
he
to
doing,
accuse
fam?
anyone, yeah, but it's a bit mad.
What is he doing, fam? What does he do apart from cross? Like he
Nah,
hasn't
he's a
won
good
the game.
defender. He's a good defender.
Bro, we need another
He's
right
the
wing
best
back, man.
right back in England.
Huh?
He's the best English right back we've got in this country, and you're sitting
Hey,
there talking
right
about
back,
Reece
Reece
James.
James pulled out
Yes.
first half in the
Hey,
season.
listen.
Yeah, after that
Listen,
injury,
listen.
over.
Defensively, I think Wan-Bissaka is better than Reece James. Defensively, he's just not a
Yeah.
good ball player. If Wan-Bissaka knew how to play football, he'd be better than Reece James.
Yeah, but
If I knew how to play
like,
football, I'd
Reece
be in
James-
academy, bro.
that might be true, but Reece James is not bad defensively though.
No,
So
but there's certain
you're
things
talking
like,
about
when you're playing right wing back, at least do something in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't just pass it back because you're supposed to start the attack. Sometimes he doesn't. He just sideways.
Minded than
that's the thing.
I think the thing is, yeah, for like Hudson-Odoi, yeah, whenever he plays right wing back, he's mainly playing as like a right wing because whenever he plays right wing back, we have most of the ball. So and then when Reece James plays, he acts more of a right wing back, and when Hudson-Odoi plays, he's just always a right winger. So like in contrast, like Reece James just looks way less attacking because he doesn't take on players like Hudson-Odoi. He's not as forward thinking as Hudson-Odoi because Hudson-Odoi is a winger and he's playing wing as a wing back.
Hudson-Odoi for some reason ain't got no end product. His end product ain't even that high. It's not even that good. He's better.
Nah, it's good,
players.
yeah. It's just attackers
I
just can't
disagree,
finish their
bro.
job.
He's better taking on players.
I saw Oscar just get offended off that.
Yeah, I was just like, well,
When your eyes just opened, oh my
This
god!
pisses me off so much, you know, because in the last game against Brighton, our best chance in the second half, Hudson-Odoi plays the ball to Giroud. Giroud spoons it wide from like 5 yards out of the goal. In his last game before that, he got an assist for Havertz. So talk about end products all you want. Like if the players don't finish, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah, he's more of a creator. He doesn't really score as much. Like he's just more of he hugs the touchline and then he tries to beat a man or cross in or cut in and do something. So I put that more into the chances. Like against Burnley, yeah, the guy could have had like 2 or 3 assists and a couple of goals as well. Like the one where he gives to Werner and Werner just misses it. Against Fulham where he put that beautiful ball into Werner and wow, I don't even know. He had like a first touch of the year student. It was mad.
Tomorrow we got to attack the game.
Hey, Ryan knows ball, man. Ryan knows ball.
You know how we smacked Palace, yeah? Like it was like 2-3-0 early. We got to do the same tomorrow. We have to do the same tomorrow.
I say we go with like a same front four. I'm not gonna lie, not front four, but Hudson-Odoi right wing back, and then the same
Mount,
back three.
Mount, Pulisic, and Havertz.
No, front three. Yeah, but the only thing is Pulisic. Yeah, we might have to save him for Real Madrid.
But he's got momentum, man.
Would you not?
He's doing good at the moment, man.
I don't know if he can hack like playing 2 very important games in the space of 4 days with his injury record, man.
It's a risk, isn't it?
Also, say for example, we're not winning this game, or it's like 70th minute and we're still like 1-0 or 0-0. Pulisic has to stay on then, and he's playing like 90 minutes in consecutive games.
Yeah. You know, I'd go. Yeah,
I know. Risk him in this match. I'd
go, guys. Yeah, I'd go. Yeah, if we can't play Pulisic, yeah, I know Werner's been like bad, but if we start him on the left, yeah, because like I feel like what Pulisic done like against, I think our most fluid attack under Tuchel was definitely against Crystal Palace, and I feel like I don't want to ruin that. So I think Werner's the only one who can slot in left wing. Because if we play Ziyech, then that means that's gonna kind of ruin the. And then Mount has to go left, and I want to keep that Mount and Hudson-Odoi relationship on the right. If we play Giroud or Abraham, Havertz has to drop deeper. I think just play Werner.
Also, if you play Ziyech, Mount, and Havertz, you've got 3 players that literally do the exact same job where they like to come deep and collect the ball. You've got 3 players in the exact same role playing the exact same way.
Yeah, Ziyech's gonna get rough.
That's why if we can't play Pulisic, I'd go Hudson-Odoi right wing, and then I'd go Havertz, Mount, and Timo Werner, and then just let Werner make runs in behind when Havertz comes deep. And he's actually decent, yeah. When he goes to the line, he just smashes it as hard as he can with his left foot, and then I don't know, it comes off the keeper or someone. I don't know in it. You know them ones where you're just at the line and then there's people in the box at school and you just kick it into the mix and it somehow gets in the goal. That's Werner, man.
We need a creative player that can play from deep in it next season, man. That's what we need, innit? Someone who can
Can I just ask something quickly, right? Because Joe has been very quiet in the corner, and I like to listen to what his thoughts are. And first, thank you for the memories of the kit, because that is a banging old Ray kit, and I miss having that kit. So big up for you for that. But yeah,
Joe, chat to us on the game.
Well, the game itself, we've made it more important than it needed to be in the first place after the performance against Brighton. I thought you guys have pretty much said it all, to be honest. My front three, if we're keeping on the same topic as front three, I'd do, bearing in mind I want Pulisic to play for Madrid and I want him for the rest of the season. If we can, and bearing in mind also the amount of injuries that West Ham have got, I know Dawson's out, but definitely because of the red card. Cresswell might still be carrying a knock. If they play it tactically, if they bring their formation out how they normally play it, that is peach for a ZH ball straight into Timo Werner's feet. If they play how we think they're going to set up, but then again, they've got so many injuries, then they might be a completely different outfit when they come out. But if you're going based on the rest of the season, I think the front three has got to be ZH on the right, and I understand the whole Cho Mount partnership, but Mount can have that partnership just as well on the left with Chile, because that's just the type of player he is. So if you take that partnership out,
but Joe, if you play ZH, you got to play Werner, because that man got a connection as well. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying instead of Havertz, you have Werner at the front, and I know it's not worked before, but you get ZH Mount Werner would be.
So like the semi-final,
Werner against Madrid though. You start Werner.
Nah, I think that's a better. I think we have to play that like counter-attacking.
Who are you playing up top, Scott? Then Giroud.
Havertz. No, I'm playing Havertz. I'm playing Havertz.
I think Giroud's got a case, for the Real Madrid game, because you got to think about it. Yeah,
is Ramos playing?
Just think about it like this. Yeah, when Real Madrid get the ball, we might have to sit off them, because if we press against flipping Modric, Casemiro, Cruz, like. You're not getting the ball off them, so we might have to sit, and when you get the ball, Giroud could be
Vázquez and Ramos and Valverde are definitely out, and Mendy, Cruz, and Modric are all major doubts.
Mendy is Mendy out?
Yeah, he's a major doubt. He's not definitely out, but he's a major doubt. He's got a muscular overload.
What about Modric? Is Modric out as well? Is he a major doubt?
Modric and Cruz haven't trained yet.
That changed. Yeah, then I think Havertz has to go up front. I thought, Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro are going to play. So I was like, if we sit off them when they have the ball, and then Giroud could be a good out ball to get out of the pitch, but they don't press. So
I think we still have to press their midfield.
I was going to say, if they have a midfield, sorry to interrupt, if they have a midfield of like Isco, Asensio, and then Casemiro, obviously, then yeah, you press that midfield, because Isco hasn't got the legs. He's a technical player, but he hasn't got the legs. Yeah. Asensio as well. He has there's a couple times he has a bit of a brain fart as a player, so he can be quite.
Even a player like Cruz, like we saw against Liverpool, they gave Cruz way too much time. He pings an amazing ball over the top, and they can do that for days. They've just got quality to do that. So I feel like even if we might not win the ball every time, we've got to make it hard for them to play.
Now we need to attack their right-hand side. That Vázquez is not a right back. We just need to attack him, because Mane was giving him problems.
They'll have Carvajal. The side you want to attack is the left side, because if Mendy's out, they'll play Marcelo, and Marcelo is past it now.
If Vázquez plays, we're nice. If Vázquez plays, we're nice, bro. Just attack him in it. He's not a right back. He's gonna make a mistake. He'll give us a penalty.
Are we going to be playing? Are we going to be playing on Tuesday? Because apparently they heard like they might be the decision about Real Madrid going to get.
They won't, man. There's too much money involved, man. There's too much money involved.
They'd lose.
The decision day was today. Today was the day they were going to make the decision.
Right, is it? You kick Real Madrid out. Obviously, we'll be happy, but It's just
And then that's just another string to people's bow when they say we don't deserve winning it if we end
Yeah,
up
you know what I'm
winning
saying?
it.
Like,
I want to play.
Yeah,
I
they
want
said we
to
don't
play.
deserve to win it in 2012.
Yeah,
Let's
Joe's
do
right.
it.
Joe's right, man.
I want to play Real Madrid. I want to beat Real Madrid. I want to play them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
I don't
want
want
them
them to
in.
be
I
thrown
want them
out.
in a jail cell. That's what I want.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll be real.
Jail
I
cell.
don't care either way. Like, I don't care if we get a bye. People can say
They're
what
obviously
we're
not
still
in
in the
it, but
Champions League
it's
final.
just morally in it. Morally in it. It's like,
I don't care. I genuinely don't care.
Nah,
We're one step close to winning the Champions League. I
I
don't care.
want the memories, man. We went to Barcelona and we beat them.
Bro,
That's a
when
memory
we're
in
lifting that
itself.
trophy, those
So-
will be the memories. I couldn't care less about
Fair
playing. But
enough.
the thing is Seferin, I think is how you say it, has already come
Yeah,
out and said the
Seferin.
chances of them getting kicked out are unlikely. He
It's
said
not gonna
there's
happen, man.
a
It's all
slim
talk, man.
chance.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
How you gonna kick Real Madrid out? They won the most champions. Bro, how you gonna kick Real Madrid out? You mad?
Man said 40 people, you know. Jeez, that his statement is ridiculous.
He must have been talking about Spurs, man. He must have been.
When you deep it, bro, the amount of like, if you count all the minutes up of finals in the Champions League that Madrid have played, it probably will last longer than the ESL itself.
Just
they've
final
been in it
minutes.
bare. Like,
And we're including extra times in that. Yeah.
yeah,
For
bro,
sure.
that bare. Like, and the thing is, it's difficult to tarnish Madrid with that brush. Like they've got a history just like a lot of the
You
English
know what I'm
clubs.
saying? Like, it's mad.
Like it's just this geezer has just ruined it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a dickhead, isn't it? But I don't know, man. That ESL thing was just nuts. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
I will say is Tuesday's our best ever chance to beat Real Madrid because the home leg won't be anywhere near as easy.
But
Benzema is on fire.
You know that Zidane, yeah, he's very tactical in it. Don't underestimate Zidane. He don't say much, but he's tactical in it. Like,
I agree, but the reason I say that is look who they've got out. Because in the reverse leg, you'd imagine Kroos and Modric will be fully fit and they'll be back. You'd imagine Mendy will be fully fit and will be back. You'd imagine that Valverde will definitely be back because he's only out because of
energy. That guy's got so much.
You want a 2-goal lead.
Exactly. We need to score 2 minimum in the away leg.
Or 3, man.
Well, that's what I say. 2 minimum.
Just batter him.
2 minimum, but like 3 I want.
Are we going Spain first? Are we going to them first?
Yes.
Away leg.
As long as we score in it or 2, yeah, you're right.
As long as we don't overplay these guys on Saturday, so it should be all right.
That's what I'm saying. Clean up
realistically, and this isn't our game.
Score early, score goals early, take all the players off, and then get ready for Tuesday. That's what we need to
honestly couldn't have said it better. Early, we need to score early,
like the Palace
and then
game,
just
like, it was
control the
2-0,
game.
like, 10 minutes.
Play at
man.
60. Play the game at like 60% in terms of the tempo. Like
Yeah.
just bring it back a little bit, slow the game down, play at our own tempo. Like,
But you know these fuckers, West Ham, they love to park the bus. They're so annoying. Like, why are we playing West Ham tomorrow? I wish it was Fulham, like, so it could just be a more... You know what I'm saying? Why we got West Ham, bro? Why? Man, but we should do the job in it. If our players perform to their capability, we need Mount and the rest to have a good game, and it will be all right, man. I'm not even shitting myself tomorrow. Like, we'll be all right. But then
I don't know high blood pressure tomorrow, man. Just keep it.
That's United, though. It's gonna be high blood
Johnny knows.
I'm so shocked about those set pieces. You saw how much we got battered by them last season. Remember when we lost 3-2 at the London Stadium? We were getting piped by set pieces the whole time.
I'm fine. Until I see Yarmolenko come on the pitch. It's when Yarmolenko comes on that pitch, I'm going to be bricking it. Because I know he's scoring some bangers.
What's that?
High blood pressure.
Yeah, close.
Watch us be down by 1-0. I'll be pissed if we lose tomorrow, you know, I swear.
I can't take another. What was that game, Lewis, that we just West Brom? I can't take another West Brom, man.
Yeah, that one was...
I can't. Yeah,
I can't. Jorginho, yeah, I would have slapped him, you know, because that game, yeah, I don't know what he was doing, fam. Couldn't even hit 5-yard passes. I was like, yo, Jorginho, what's going on, fam? Funny, man. Football's funny.
Let's look forward. Let's look forward.
Yeah, well, let's do the job tomorrow. Let's not get... Hey,
got to win.
I'd play a Doy actually tomorrow.
I would still. I think he's got something to prove, man. He hasn't really been playing recently, innit? So, you know what I'm saying? Put him in.
Yeah, I want Doy on the left tomorrow, and I want Christian Pulisic on the left around Madrid. I think that's
Yeah,
You're right.
Not
Put Mount.
So you want
Put
James
Mount.
to play at right
Werner.
wing back, Lewis?
Yeah,
I could back James or Hudson at
he's
wing
more
back.
safe.
I'd
I
rather
feel
the
when Reece
safer option
plays,
for Real Madrid, but Reece James can also play both games for me. I'm not worried about his stamina as much as I'm worried about Christian Pulisic. So
Reece
Hudson
is-
or James could play both of them for me, and I'd be fine with that.
RJ's he's a safety option in the sense that he attacks all right. He's got a wicked ball on him.
Hey, what?
But he
Is it
defends.
Hazard
He'll
coming
defend
back for
better.
this game? Does anyone know?
I don't think so. Definitely not
No.
the. I don't think he'll be back.
Maybe
for the,
second leg. Maybe.
No,
Yeah.
I've heard he's back in training for their
No, he's
weekend.
back for the Real Betis game.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
back for their
really?
weekend. Yeah, so he'll probably
He's
be
back for the
available
weekend
again on
and trying to get
Tuesday,
the
but I don't
He
think he'll
might.
start.
I'll say he
Yeah.
might come off the bench. He's definitely not starting
Wow,
against.
So you don't
that's
got now?
gonna be a mad game for him, you know. But that Courtois, I really want to beat these lot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got
I
to
hate
him in.
that.
cannot tell
Timo
you how
Werner,
much-
baby.
I hate
Timo
Courtois,
Werner.
man.
Timo
Yes.
Werner.
A Timo
He's
Yeah.
gonna
Werner
do it.
hat-trick.
He's
Get
gonna
that
do it.
Timo Werner penitentiary. Yes.
I hope
Yes.
they
fully.
score
I
you.
don't want him.
Courtois.
Yes, Johnny.
Yeah.
I don't want him. I do
Yeah.
not want him.
I'm licking my lips, seeing that ball
Yeah,
go through his
yeah.
legs. It's gonna go through his legs, mate.
Let's go!
Guys,
Move.
honestly, if that happens, we score.
Wait, why is
Werner scores a winner. If Werner scores a winner against Real Madrid, I will promise you now, Lewis will actually crack a smile.
Bro, I'm doing knee slides out my fucking door. I'm doing fucking knee slides on my.
Against
I
Courtois,
want to
I'm
beat
gonna
these lot because of
celebrate him.
Courtois, man.
You want to
Courtois
make
is
your name for Chelsea, not make that dickhead at his own training ground.
Oh
That's-
yeah.
Bruv,
Yeah.
We
Word.
will love you forever, Werner. We will
Word,
love you forever,
word,
man.
word.
You can miss
Oh,
all the
wait,
chances you want after that.
He can have
But
a
maybe
he can have a
after
Torres
that.
moment. He can have a Torres
Yeah,
moment.
exactly.
for real? Yeah.
Tomorrow,
If he
scores,
nutmegs
that's Torres,
Courtois,
innit?
give him a knighthood. If he nutmegs
Bruh.
Courtois, give him a knighthood
Yeah.
straight away.
Give him the
I don't care.
captaincy, man. Give him the
Yeah, bro,
captaincy.
Word.
Give him everything.
Yeah, bruv, that's a statue. If you met
Yeah.
Courtois, that is statue of Britannia. Straight up.
Statuesque. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I want it. I want the statue, bro. I do not want that dickhead to leave the pitch happy. I don't want him
Bruv,
to be
word.
smiling.
Word.
Honestly, imagine. I know Lewis has mentioned this before.
Man.
Imagine if fans were allowed in a stadium next.
Oh, he
not
would have
next
got it
week
differently.
after.
I would
Oh
generally go
my.
outside. I'll generally go outside the stadium just screaming, man, so he can hear
I'll
us.
probably
Man.
jump on the
Bro.
pitch and
They
don't
would
even
be able to
say
hear us.
Oh
They would hear us,
in
man.
case he gets recorded.
Outside, they'd hear us.
I reckon Chelsea fans should go to Stamford Bridge on the Wednesday just like to welcome the bus in and make some noise. You know, like Liverpool fans.
Because if they see Courtois, they're gonna, bro.
No, I don't care about the Real Madrid the Real Madrid bus. I'm talking about when the Chelsea players arrive in, just so that there's support for them. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but we did that
Yeah.
on Monday, and look, we drew, fam. So
No, but we did it for different reasons on Monday.
Yeah, with different circumstances.
Reasons on Monday.
Look
I
at the-
Fatter,
what we
you're
did on
right,
Monday.
man. This has been the calmest preview we've had in weeks.
Yeah,
Father was part of that. He was part of that, bro.
yeah.
Don't escape,
It's
bro.
the Champions League
there.
semi-final, like, and there's no
I see
fans
you
in the ground.
news, bro. And don't escape.
Hey, I ain't say nothing about that blocking bus, you know. Nah, I ain't say nothing. That
was
was
there,
me,
bro.
fam. I was with Monster, fam. I was with Monster and Lance, bro.
yeah.
I ain't say nothing about that blocking bus thing.
That's joke though. And but I see some Chelsea fans like have a go at Abramovich. I'm like, yo. Don't ever
No.
go
To be
That's
fair, I
crazy,
think we've been
bro.
relatively quiet on Abramovich.
Nah, I've
last
seen
season.
some people
Compared
move
to
mad
other
on
owners-
Abramovich. They're
No,
like,
but
"Oh, why
compared
is
to
he
other
doing
fan
this
base and their owners, I feel like we've had a few that's gone at them just because he's the chairman. He's the owner
Worldwide
that
Chelsea, big
take
up,
on for
bro.
him just for name value.
Big
But
up,
really
man.
and truly, everyone's going for Chris Buck right now. Everyone wants him out of the job. Chelsea supporters trust have been on his neck the last few days.
Yeah, but we've been successful with that sort of like Bruce Buck and whoever. This board has been successful. So
Been
what's the point
successful, but
changing
he's
it?
had problems with the Chelsea fans before. Like back in 2011 when Abramovich was trying to move us out of Stamford Bridge and he had memes to the Chelsea pitch owners. The big problem was Bruce Buck and him and how heavy he tried to push it.
I've never liked
He's
him.
been understanding
liked
about
him.
what the fans want. That's why
that's
he's
mad.
heard what the fans said, and he's personally said, pull us out, because he don't really get involved with club issues like that anymore, because he ain't even been allowed in the country. He gets Bruce Buck, Marina, and a bunch of other board directors to manage the day-to-day operations of the club. So everyone's focusing on the board now.
Yeah,
That's
he
mad.
cares. Abramovich cares, man.
Yeah,
He
Abramovich cares, man. Like, that's why I did.
Bruce Buck
when
don't
I
care.
heard
All he
some
cares
people
about is his
talk
wallet.
mad about Abramovich. I was like, right, no, please
Bruv,
don't.
it's his last name. Look at his last name. That's all he cares about.
Bucks, yeah, Bucks.
Yeah, that's
That's
still
it.
American, innit? Yeah, Joe's right still. But let's just be positive tomorrow, innit? Let's get the job done. Like,
apparently they're looking at a new signing in the summer, some £100 million player.
Do you know what it is, Johnny? Right now, let's get top 4 in it and win the FA Cup or something, bro. Let's not forget about.
Yeah, they're looking at him though.
Scared.
He's a proper baller, bruv. He's a proper baller.
I don't know if we'll get top 4, man. I'll be mad real, innit? I hope we do. My heart says we do, but my head, I don't know, man. The way we play is up and down. We can have a good game against Porto and then Brighton, we can't even score. Like,
that's the thing. Like, even though we are in a top 4 right now, I'd say that we're probably an outsider to get top 4 just because the run-ins. Simply because the run-ins.
But even Spurs, yeah, as shit as they are, they're like 2 points behind like Spurs, bro.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Spurs is 2 points behind us, bro.
They got Brian Mason, innit? They got Brian
Mason.
Some PE teacher, some Western social.
That's what Pep said, didn't it, Brian? All the Spurs
Yeah.
fans went AWOL about it.
No, they had that mini concert yesterday, though. I can't lie. And don't forget the old man bought a merchandise from Megastore.
Spurs.
I've never wanted City to win a game more in my life.
Word. I can't have Tottenham.
Let him have the Carabao, man.
Mourinho's gonna be like.
No, Pep. Let Pep have it. I'm saying. Let him have the Carabao. I don't mind that.
Mourinho will be like after.
We'll
I
take
would
the FA
have
Cup
won
and
that.
I'll
Champions
get you
League,
locked up like the Super League is.
Hey.
Come on, man. Fixed up.
Also, I'll be real. If we go out to Madrid, I want City winning the Champions League as well. Like, I genuinely, if we go out to Madrid, I want City winning it.
Nah,
yes, in the Champions League. No, because that's all we have. No, that's all we have on.
I don't want City winning it.
I don't care.
Let PSG or Real Madrid win it, man. Let Real Madrid win it.
I'm not having.
No, I prefer PSG. I can't lie. Even though I hate
I'd rather PSG win it.
Yeah,
Neymar was breaking.
Actually, in fact, that's quality because PSG go and win it. Pochettino left Spurs and he's won the Champions League. PSG, that's gravy. That is.
I've got two different narratives.
You know what?
United fans can never talk about the treble again because
let's just win.
Even though it's not the treble.
So then
but and then PSG fans and football fans would get onto Tuchel being like, you lost the Champions League.
Bro, I don't care, man.
Coach has won a Champions League.
You know, I don't care about other football fans' opinions, innit? I really don't care. Like, as long as Chelsea win, I'm happy, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like Johnny said, the blood pressure thing. That's so funny, man.
Hey, wait for Tuesday, man. Tuesday, high blood pressure, man. Make sure you got that beeper next to you, man, just to clock that you're not going over that 99 mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, crying out loud, please.
Hey.
Any time Madrid get into the final third, I'm gonna be doing high notes.
It's gonna be a tough game.
I'm gonna be singing the UCL theme tune just on my ones by my
veins popping out, veins, man.
Whenever Benzema gets on the ball, I'm literally just gonna be shitting myself just every time he gets the ball.
But you know what it is,
you get the message in the chat.
Bro, I actually think we got a chance because they haven't got Ronaldo. I think if they had Ronaldo, I'd be scared, innit? I can't lie because do you know what I'm saying? It's Cristiano Ronaldo, innit? Like, it's not the same Madrid.
My niece
it's not the same.
My niece bought an Xbox round.
Xbox?
And I don't know what I'm doing.
Jeez, send me the gamer tag. Me and you can have a FIFA game. I'll back it.
She ain't got FIFA. She got Barbie doll games and that.
Download FIFA on the Xbox and I'll give you a game. Fuck it.
That's all mad.
Depends what you're in there saying, innit?
That's all mad, you know.
I
don't understand why people are getting Jorginho of his comments though. I can't.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that.
A lot of people are talking about the Jorginho comments. It's nothing that deep. It's the same thing Lampard said about Villas-Boas in 2012.
And he's not wrong. Like Lampard did
be all over it because you cuss Super Frank and everything. It's like, bro, he ain't even lying, man. He skipped a couple of positions to get up to a job with that ability. It is what it is.
like if you look at the best managers, they go through like Guardiola or Sir Alex Ferguson or Mourinho, whoever. They went through either tutelage under another manager, in Mourinho's case,
And
or they
Zidane-
went to a
Zidane-
smaller club,
Zidane as well.
did it for a number of years, built their reputation up, like a Barcelona B for Pepper and Aberdeen for Sir Alex, and then moved on to a bigger club. He skipped a couple
Lampard,
steps.
It was too quick. It was too quick, man. Jorginho, and he didn't even play Jorginho. So Jorginho's not gonna like.
If we didn't have a transfer ban, they wouldn't have looked at Pep.
Jorginho was rumoured to be one of the players that went to the board anyway to speak about that position. And we know what Lampard's like for players that he don't really play too much. So I'm not surprised that Jorginho went to the board
Rudiger,
anyway.
he's very loud.
I love him, man. I think he's jokes. Like,
Yeah, he jokes. Yeah. The way
That's
he
the thing, like,
shithouse.
you want him. Yeah, you want him like within like the first 5 minutes. You want to see him just Vinnie Jones through the back of Benzema. You just
He could be a captain, you know. Like Rudiger's got
Just
that
need to-
captain material. Like I think
you need to. I need to see. I need to see both of
I think
Benzema's
he could be a
legs up
captain.
in the air.
It's the same reason why I said no to David Luiz being captain. Is you're far too volatile as a player. I don't know whether
he's
you're
a
going to have a game
flightless
where
man.
you're like on it, or you're going to literally 2-foot someone and be sent off 5 minutes in.
Yeah, he's
You're
one
that
of the
sort of
worst.
player. No.
Nah, but
I'd
the
rather
Escort-
have
That's
Azpi,
Rudiger.
I'd
Escort,
rather
I
have
think Rudiger looks better in a back
Jorginho.
three as well.
Yeah.
I think he looks
I need
better in a
someone
back
like an
three
Azpi or
as well.
Jorginho who's going to... Jorginho
not even
has that
them.
merit
I
as
could
well,
see a
but they're
Reece James
there.
or a Mason Mount being potential captains as well.
Reece James
Mason
too quiet.
Mount
He's
all
too
day
quiet.
long. Mason Mount all day
Oh,
long.
Reece James too
no.
quiet, bro.
All day
Reece
long,
James
man.
too quiet, bro.
No, we're not going to have this argument,
Hey,
please.
there
No.
we are. There we
Hey,
are.
hey,
Let's
hey.
have it. Let's have
Hey,
it.
But I
hey.
do think when Ashby leaves, yeah, they probably.
He's a future captain, though.
I think
Yeah,
in like,
you can't-
in like
you
2-3
can't-
years, in 2-3 years, yeah. But if you
He's
give
got the
Mount
minerals
captaincy-
now. He's got the minerals.
If you give
man.
Mount
Yeah,
captaincy
it can't.
now,
It can't
yeah.
be an argument if it's just straight facts.
No, but if
It
you
is
give
straight
Mount
facts.
captaincy now,
Yeah,
yeah,
but I
It's-
think
it's
the
straight
senior
facts.
players won't like it,
Straight
man.
up.
Yes, Joe. Yes,
I
Joe.
think the main
Wait,
thing
Em, what were you saying? Em, what were you going to say?
You see how Mount, yeah. I think long term, like we're talking 3 to 5 years. If he's still here, then they'll give it to him. But now, if you give Mount captaincy now, the senior players won't have it.
No,
That's why-
what we're saying, bro, is like right now, Asby's our captain. Asby is
Yeah.
going to stay with us for, I would like to say, at least another 2 seasons playing. Hopefully, next season regular. The season after, he might fade out a little bit. If Jorginho's still there in 2 years' time, he's vice captain because Silva's not going to be there. So if Jorginho leaves and you've only got Aspi, Mason Mount is the next ranking for me because Thiago's
But
gone.
if Rudiger and
and
that still
Jorginho's
there,
But for me, yeah,
if
I
Rudiger
just think
or another senior pros there, they're not gonna be happy. I'm telling
Yeah,
you. Johnny,
but
they're
2 years' time, Mount's going to have that senior. How can I say? Seniority on his CV. On his
Yeah,
CV.
maybe that's what I'm saying.
He'll
Like,
have it.
that's what I'm saying. In like 2-3 years, not right now. If Ashby and Thiago Silva leave, you don't give the captaincy.
Not
to Mount
next
right now.
season, but the
You don't
season
give it to him
after,
right now.
he'll be
I would-
captain.
nah.
I'd say as well, to be fair, seniority is not necessarily a problem because we've seen before with other clubs, like Kai Havertz was captain at Bayer Leverkusen and he was 20 at the time. And it's the same with like Fabregas was captain at Arsenal. I know what he ended up leaving, but like seniority is not necessarily a problem. I think it's more of a case of
But
it
Scott,
depends
you
on
know,
leadership
Scott, you
on
know
the
our
pitch.
dressing room, man. Our dressing room is just. It's
No,
very,
but I
it's
think it
very
just depends on
toxic.
leadership on the pitch. And for me, it all depends on who's here. Like, for example, yeah, if Jorginho and Silva leave and Aspi leave, but if we get like another centre back in who is a leader, I give it to them first before Mount.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's the
what
thing.
I'm saying,
It
like-
really it depends on who comes in when these guys.
I think it's already set.
If we were to sign someone like Declan Rice, I could even understand him being captain over a
I'd
Mason
put
Mount.
Rice as captain over Mount if we sign a Declan
My
Rice.
thing is when it comes to Mason Mount, like the kid's 22 years old. Right now, he just needs to play his
Joe's face. No way.
Huh?
I
What?
didn't see his face. What was his face?
Wait, what happened?
No,
What-
you said about.
Hang on, no, what? So what? If Declan Rice comes in, you're putting him in over Mount for the captaincy.
That's what I'm saying. What's more important to me?
Nah, you can't do
with
that,
the
man.
club. Like,
He's a reject.
And so,
Yeah,
but that's not the point of being a captain.
Mount has a voice. Mount will shout. Mount will actually
Mount's
be a
vocal,
captain.
man.
You want a captain to do a job. You want a captain to actually.
Realistically, yeah, I think we need to get a leader centre back.
The bottom line, lads. Mount as a captain, there's no debate about it. He's got everything he needs to be Chelsea captain. He has all the minerals to be a captain, and he's already been made captain twice already at the age of 22.
Because he's proper Chelsea.
Well, it's not only that he's proper Chelsea, but he's
He's a Portsmouth fan.
He's the only player since John Terry that's come out of the academy, right? That is actually been talked about being a captain. He's worthy of it.
Personally, when it comes to Mason Mount, I think he's an amazing player. I want him playing for Chelsea in most games. I just don't see the captain aura oozing out of him. I just don't see it.
He's
Let's tackle one of the objections that you guys have. You're saying Mason Mount can't be captain because of his age, right?
No, not because he's aged.
I didn't say
No,
that.
I've heard people say that. I've heard people say that he's too young. That he's only 22.
Personality, and I think because if you give Mount, let's say Aspie and Thiago Silva leave, you give Mount captaincy now, I promise you, someone like Rudiger, yeah, he's not gonna have it, fam. I swear to you, bro.
Well, yeah, you got deep as well.
I'm sorry,
Kepa said something the other day, and Rudiger's bagging him out. Like your captain can't just come and swing for you. Like,
bro, Rudiger's not having it, bro. Rudiger's not having it. And like Scott made a good point. If we get a centre back or a leader that comes in, you're gonna have to give that leader the captaincy over Mason Mount.
Yeah, but hold on. What you're misunderstanding is Mason Mount will outlive any players that come in and out of that club because Mason Mount's going to be there for the next 10 years.
You cannot say that factually.
He will though. He will.
But Johnny, even if he does outlive all those players, he can be captain when he's 28. He's 22 right now.
He's worthy.
Let him just play his football.
Yeah, he's playing his football. He's playing his football. But Tuchel's, listen, Lampard made him captain, all right, on his last game.
In his last game.
And Tuchel's made him captain. Tuchel, right? Tuchel didn't have to make him captain, and he did. So I don't care. Listen, I don't care what the fan base thinks. I care what my manager thinks and what the hierarchy think. And the hierarchy they know for certainty that Mason Mount is going to be captain. They know it. It's just a matter of it's not if, it's when. It's a matter of when.
Yeah,
it's when.
You're saying when. You're saying right now.
Yeah, and Aspie's the only one. Aspie's the only one in this team. He's the only one that is worthy of being captain. Jorginho for me is not a captain, bro.
Thiago Silva was captain of Chelsea on his debut.
Yes, okay, but you're talking about a guy at 36 has just come into the club, right? All right, he's a leader. Granted, but he's not. He's going to be out the door next season.
Yeah,
he's not going to be here.
Find another player. The point is, we can find another player.
No. We've got him here, Oscar. We've got him here, man. We don't need his DNA. He's DNA of Chelsea. We don't need a Brazilian guy to come in and be our captain, bruv. We've got our Mason Mount.
Let's forget the captaincy talking it.
He'll be England. Listen, Mason Mount will be England captain after Harry Kane, mate.
Hey, Johnny, what's your blood pressure? What's your blood pressure?
No, he won't. No, he won't.
We will have a peaceful stream on here.
It's too early.
I will say two things.
Even if they give it to Lingard, I don't care.
Bro,
like Ben's come on, you know what I mean? Ben's come on and he's come to back the hive, and I like it. And
I'm just saying it as it is, right? So my points on Mount, and let me just get my points across, right? I've definitely heard it in this call, but someone said Mount's only 22. Like, why should he be captain? But look, if you look at Aston Villa, Jack Grealish is captain, and he's a young player because they got. How's it different? How's it different?
The size of
Ben. Look at Villa's team, yeah. I don't know much about their team in it, but who's a leader in that team? Who's a leader?
Quite a few people. Barkley.
Barkley.
He's online, but
Barkley.
You could have said Fonte. You could have said.
I'm giving him credit. This guy could have been captain for Everton, bro. This guy could have been.
It's 2021. Why am I here?
Barkley.
You could give it to that Target fella. That Target fella.
There is Tyrone Mings. Again.
No, hang on.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments put it
perfectly. Is that what I was hearing?
No, not England.
Any captaincy.
Lewis, do me a favour. Can you bring up the comment by Pratic, I think his name is? That explains it perfectly.
No, but what I'm trying to say is like...
That explains it perfectly. Age does not matter because, as I said, we've seen as Ben said, Jack Grealish is captain. Fabregas was captain of Arsenal. Havertz was captain of Leverkusen last season. We've seen captains at young age. That's not the problem. It's about having a presence on the pitch. As Pratik says, screaming at players or getting at players when they're not doing anything. At the minute, Mount does not have that.
Yeah, he does. How many games has he come out, bro? How many games, man?
Let me finish. Fuck me.
He's got it.
That's
He's got it.
Let him finish. Johnny, let him finish. Johnny, let him finish, man. Johnny, let
it's
him
not
finish.
that he can't get it, but I'm saying that at the minute, also back to your point, you said that no one apart from Azpilicueta deserves to be captain right now. Silva does. He's been captain of Brazil and PSG before he came here.
Yeah.
I'm saying if someone else comes in, say for example, the first name that comes to mind, but say we get someone like a Sergio Ramos, we're not. But say someone like that comes in, or like a Marquinhos or something, I give them the captain's armband first because they've been a captain before for either their club or country, and I feel they've got a better presence on the pitch in terms of captain material than Mount.
Yeah, but they're not going to be made. Hold on. They're not going to be made. Right,
well, let him reply. Let Johnny reply.
They're not going to be Sergio Ramos, whoever comes in, are not going to be a captain because Azpi's our captain. And if Azpi's in that team, it doesn't matter whether Silva plays or not. Silva's not captain. Azpi is. What I'm saying to you is, as Thiago Silva will not be there. He's hardly played as much this season. I doubt he's going to play as much next season, and it will be his last season playing for us. So depending on who we get, if you get a Sergio Ramos, I doubt that we'll go for Sergio Ramos.
I don't think we will either. It's just a point.
As an example, I get it. But my point is, with Azpilicueta, he's still got another 2 years, regardless. So Mount isn't going to be, or any other player will not be captain because Azpi will be captain. But when that fades out, and Azpilicueta does fade out, not next season, but the season after, I think he will. We won't play as many games. It will be between Mount. It will be between Mount and whoever else that other candidate is. But Mount will eventually have it. He will eventually have it.
But you see the thing is, Johnny, Johnny, wait, Johnny,
He's going to have it soon.
Scott, wait, You got to remember the club that we're in, We're in Chelsea, Roman will probably see all of us arguing. Mount, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, Jorginho, Rudiger. Thiago Silva will probably stay like a year, 2 max, and even in the second year, he'll probably not play regularly. Yeah. Azpilicueta has probably got 1 more year left where he can play regularly, and then after that, he's either leaving or he's just going to stay as a squad player. Rudiger will probably be the centre-back they're looking to partner him. A leader with. They'll probably just find a leader out of. They'll probably just try to find like a world-class centre back, and then he'll probably just come in and be captain. To be honest, that's what I see happening. Like I know we haven't got them in a while, but I feel like Roman will just see all of us arguing and be like, yeah, let me just get this Russian dude no one's heard of, and then he'll just come in, start shouting at all the players, and then he'll just turn into captain.
Well, you got to understand, when it comes to captaincy, it's about hierarchy and what the hierarchy decides. If Mason Mount respects the hierarchy as it is now, and when he's given that armband, he's very respectful to the players that are in the squad and all his teammates.
Holding the door in it, polite and that, man.
When he's officially given that captaincy, it doesn't matter whether you're a Rudiger or an experienced player or not, right? You have to respect the hierarchy and who is captain. If Mason Mount is captain at 24 years old and Rudiger's 29 years old, he's got to respect it. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
bro, Hudson-Odoi literally said Rudiger's like his brother.
Did you not hear Joe? Rudiger was beefing Kepa the other day, man.
Yeah, Kepa said they were neither of them were even playing for West Brom, and Kepa said one thing, and Rudiger.
Do you know why he said that? I'll tell you why, and I got set off because Rudiger went in on an almost injured Billy Gilmour, who's just coming back from injury. That's why Kepa defended. He said,
exactly. So what?
Why are you going in on? Why are you going in on Billy Gilmour like that? He's like half your size.
Johnny. What we're saying is,
that's what happened.
So why is Billy Gilmour the club? You can't take tackles like
Johnny,
that.
you said Rudiger's gonna have to respect it, But what me and Joe are saying, Joe made a good point. Is that Rudiger don't give a fuck? Do you know what I'm saying? He literally doesn't care.
He can offer his leadership qualities in position and in the game, but he can't act like he's captain when he's not. If Mount got fucked. No, man. Well, he'll get chucked out, bruv. They'll just get rid of him. They'll get rid of him.
You see the thing is with Rudiger.
Listen, one thing you got to respect is when it comes to who you're going to choose over Mount or Rudiger. All right, who's going to leave that club? I'm telling you now, it ain't going to be Mason Mount. So if Rudiger's got an issue, he's out the door.
Lampard then? Rudiger was part of the Lampard sacking, you know. Don't you know? He was part of the sacking, bro.
Yeah, but then you've got Tammy backing Rudiger saying that he wasn't. So
listen, I'm not gonna go by rumours. If that is the case, get the fuck out my club now. But if it's not, and it's just rumours and people trying to shit stir, which I'm taking it at that. At the end of the day, he's a Chelsea player, and I respect him for playing for Chelsea and offering his services, yeah? But if you're talking to me, asking me, do I want to give the captaincy to Rudiger? Fuck no. I don't want to give the captaincy to Rudiger.
Johnny, you know, earlier in the season, Rudiger wasn't even playing. So I kind of believe that...
Well, look,
he was
can
part
be.
To play that Lampard got sacked. I think it was true, innit? Because he wasn't playing and he was pissed.
Yeah, but you got to look at the whole back line. Jorginho wasn't playing. Kovacic very little.
Yeah, but Jorginho just came out in the comments today.
Rudiger and who else was not playing? Who else wasn't playing? He was playing Zuma, wasn't he? Emerson, he wasn't playing. Alonso. So you got to look at. There was a nest of them that weren't playing.
Yeah, but Jorginho and Rudiger are good players, isn't it? Alonso and that are just come on.
Yeah, but if you're not getting
but you see the thing with Rudiger is, I feel like Rudiger can just do his thing in the corner, innit? I feel like we need to get I think not now in it, but in the future, you need to get like a proper centre back next to Rudiger, because I feel like there's some players, who can be captains, but without the armband. I feel like Rudiger could be that, because I feel like
Rudiger's a vocal
he might not have the same responsibility.
Right, David Luiz was like that, wasn't he?
Yeah,
like
the thing is, it's not bad to have. Like,
never saw him getting the armband.
If a player is vocal, then that's good. Like, just because a player's being vocal, don't mean like he's trying to be captain. He's just literally got passion to try and actually have a winning mentality. So I'm not going to say it's because Rudiger's being vocal. Don't he's got to get the armband. No.
But Ben, I'd rather that sort of leader than someone that's just a bit more quiet. I want to vote.
Yeah. But what I'm saying,
you can't have a quiet captain.
I think we need to get like a centre back next to Rudiger to be the captain, and then Rudiger can.
You need a John Terry, man.
Guys. Don't you remember? Listen. Don't you remember? Although there's been quite a few games, right? And Mason Mount's either squared up to the ref, or he's gone to protect. Azpilicueta got almost pretty much a hospital challenge, and it was red card against Fulham.
You're gonna have to
and Mason, hold on. Mason Mount was the only player that went up and squared up to that player to say, "What the fuck are you doing?" The only one, and he almost got booked for it. And everyone was pulling him away. Do you know who pulled him away? It was Thiago Silva that pulled Mason Mount away, because he would have got a card.
Exactly.
Listen,
right?
that's
what I want. I want that fight.
Just made another banging point.
No, but you
bring up the one about Drogba, Lampard, and John Terry. You bring that up.
We do need a spine, innit? We do need a spine. But with Mount, he's taken his game to a next level this season, innit? Like after all these signings, I can't lie. Start of the season with all these signings, I was kind of scared for a minute, but he's got an elite mentality, so you have to give it to him, like separately, innit? I'm not talking about captaincy. Like Mount's had a good season. I can't lie to you, innit? He has had a good season.
When I asked everyone a month ago who's player of the season, all right. No, I think there was only two people in the whole panel that said it was Mason Mount, and everyone else said, hold on, it's all right. Everyone else said, no, not Mason Mount. It was Thiago Silva or Mendy, right? That's what everyone said. Now, since then he's had clutch moments against Liverpool, against Porto, clutch moments. And everyone's perspective has changed now. Their opinions have changed.
No, not mine.
Yeah. David, the most Mason Mount hater, has said that Mason Mount is player of the year now.
Now, I can't lie, he's not even here, man. You can't really scream his name.
No, he did.
To defend himself, innit?
No, he did. He came on yesterday.
He did say that to me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he came on yesterday. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. What did he say yesterday? What did he say?
He said this is his player of the season now.
Fair enough, innit? But you see, with our defense last season,
not yesterday, the day before, I think it was.
Our defense was so bad last season, innit? So that's why at the time I was screaming Thiago Silva, because when he's come in, our defense looks kind of good now, innit? I think we're the second. Like, we've got the second best defense in the league. We just don't score. That's the problem. Like, that was the problem.
Yeah, but that's down to the final third. That's not a Mason Mount issue. The final third was having issues. Final third? yeah, he is, but he's not your player like Havertz, Werner, Pulisic, Odoi, is he? He's not those winger attacking minded players. Your focal striker.
But then he kind of has to play in that. He kind of has to switch that mode on because he's playing in those positions, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Johnny? Though
he's more forward position, but when you're looking at your forwards, there's been many times in many games he's been robbed of a lot of assists, so to speak, with certain players.
To be fair to him, he's been playing out of position. To be fair to him, he's been playing out of position.
Here's what I would say though. This conversation for me is just putting the cart before the horse. Like, he's such a good player, Mason Mount, and last year he came in for a lot of criticism from Chelsea fans and from other fans. And I think right now he just needs to focus on his football for a couple of years and let him become the best player.
Let him develop, man. Let him develop.
We're doing this captain stuff. We're doing a disservice to him because
we're doing exactly what we accuse Arsenal fans of doing for years with the likes of Jack Wilshere and all that. We're just like, let him play football. Stop making him out to be this like unbeatable god of a player. Just let him play football.
I've never said he's an unbeatable god of a player. I've never said that,
Johnny.
I've never said that.
You may not have said that, but you have definitely inferred that.
No. What I will say, yeah. When it comes to Mason Mount, I defend him. All right, I will defend him and I back him. And he's a player for Chelsea Football Club. I'm not gonna say players are miles better than him and this and that. Like, at the end of the day, what he's doing for the age he is and the challenges that he's come across, not just for Chelsea, but before Chelsea, through the academy, all these things that maybe a lot of fans don't see or dismiss or haven't seen at all, but that I have, all right? It makes you understand and respect a player like Mason Mount for what he's doing and achieving. And he is going to be an unbelievable player. Not just for Chelsea, but he will be for England as well.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying earlier, Johnny,
I will defend him. If I hear bullshit criticism, all right,
but Johnny, you
I
can't
will
really say
defend
that
him.
because, Johnny, if he's had a bad game, I will say it how it is. I don't care if you play 10 games. If you played bad the next game.
But there's having a bad game, right? But then you've got to put it into context. If you're going to come, like most people do, and come at Mason Mount and say he was our worst player, when there was about 7 other players that were worse than him, I can't stand for that. If Mason Mount has played, if Mason Mount's played in a side of those 11 players and he has been the worst player, hands up. But for me, he hasn't done that this season. He hasn't been our worst player in any game.
Johnny, I don't think you need to take it so personal. Like,
it's not
just
personal.
Their opinion, man. It's just their opinion.
Yeah. But when you come at me, expect me to not just lay down and go, "Oh yeah, he's shit. He was our worst player," when he wasn't. I'm not going to do that.
But
I will not.
I personally think
if he is, it's not that it bothers me. But if I'm in a debate, I'm not going to just sit there like
in a
little
normal
child in a corner, am I?
In a normal term, just expect a Johnny bomb. That's all.
Yeah, Johnny bomb. Yeah, Johnny bomb.
That's why when you said this is a calm preview, I was like, yeah, just now, isn't it, bro? One is a Mount comment and that's it. But guys,
someone lit a match. Someone lit a match.
Lit a match. Yeah, probably.
That's jokes.
Anyone got any other final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Johnny, go check your blood pressure.
You need to be doing this, man.
I'll be doing that. I'll be doing that on the watch along, mate. Don't worry, I'll be doing that.
Tomorrow we're back to normality. But guys, let us know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let us know your predictions for West Ham Chelsea. We will be back tomorrow around 7:30 or whatever time the game finishes.
5:30, I think.
After a W. And yeah, check out everyone on their Twitters. The link is down in the description below to check them all out. Smash the follow button if you guys haven't done so already. And yeah, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. Take like and subscribe. And as always, out the